Okay, guess what? We have a very
special, exciting guest.
You never let me talk on this mother. No, that's not true. You always let me talk. It is an amazing Friday this week because we have the one and only Delta Work.
And we're going to be talking about titties and belly buttons.
And you know what we aren't talking about? The Delta who's ruining the party. We don't talk about her at all. We talk about Delta U, Delta Work, who is doing the good things in the world.
We didn't even talk about your name being like the Delta variant. But we did talk about fucking and shit. So listen,
I want to shit in your ass.
You want to
what
shit
was
in your ass.
Enjoy the show, everyone.
Goodbye.
Forever. Dog.
When your first choice is a big old bus,
You turn around and boom, you end up with us. Sloppy seconds. Oh, diva. Our number is 213. Okay, 536. Ooh, 9180. Our email is sloppysecondspod@gmail.com. Now on with the show. How you slaps, you stupid little fucks, you nasty little fucks, you dirty little fucks, you stupid little fucks, you nasty little fucks. Welcome to Sloppy Seconds with Big Dipper and Meatball. I'm Meatball and that's Big Dipper. And today we're going to talk about fucking in your shit and shitting in your fucks. And you know who you are.
Shit. And we, we're definitely going to talk about shit. Listen, we are very excited. I forget when it was, 2 months ago, maybe? Meatball and I were just sort of like not on the pod talking, and we were like, God, don't you just love Very That? And we were both like, God, we just love Delta. We're like, we just had her, but we want her back. So get ready because she's back. The legendary Delta Work in your ears. Hi, Delta.
Hi. Thank you for having me back.
How are you?
What a gem.
I am, because you talked about shitting. What is it? Shitting in your fuck and fucking in your shit. And I have I have another version of that.
Okay.
Well, let's start with that.
So me and Chad Michaels used to shit in our own fuck. No, we used to talk about people, like we would know queens or other entertainers who just seemed a little off. And we would always say, I think that person would thrill kill someone. Like you can tell they would thrill kill someone. And like we would say, well, what would they do? Like, would they spike a drink? Horrible things that they would do. And at one point I said, you know what I think they would do? They would put you on your back. They would pull your knees to your chest. They would open your ass, and then they would shit in your ass. And they would shit, and that person would shit in your ass. That's how gross they are. That's how spooky they are. That's how wrong they are. And so, ever since, and this is like 2005 that we had this conversation at Rage, and ever since then, if it comes up like that, someone's gross, I'm like, how gross are they? She's like, girl, they'll shit in your own ass. They'll shit in your ass. And so when you were talking about shitting in your fuck and fucking in your shit, I was like, that's the new level of it. Like, that's even another level. But this person would use your asshole as a toilet. Can you imagine the depravity?
It's
that's
very
all
two
I'm
girls,
thinking
one
about
cup.
now.
I'm just thinking
it's almost like docking with a turd.
Yeah. Yeah, it is.
You really came on the right show.
Welcome. Right, first 2 minutes we're getting
First
shit
2
talk.
minutes. We better shit the asshole. That's amazing. And then that Miranda July movie, You and Me and Everyone We Know. Do you remember that with the little boy who was like, you poop into me and then I poop into you?
No. What is that?
This like indie darling feature film had this like little boy like fantasizing about people pooping back and forth into one another. What are we doing? Okay, Delta,
does that
I
happen
gotta
in Two
know.
Girls, One Cup? Okay, sorry.
Whoa.
I gotta know. What is your Starbucks drink order? Because you do a lot of posting about the failures that happen at the specific, what's the store number? Because you do call them out by store number.
I don't remember the exact store number, but I know the location. And I stopped going there.
In Norwalk at a drive-through, and you're like, they can never get it right. How complicated is your Starbucks order?
I don't think it's complicated, but I'll tell you what complicates it. What complicates it is people thinking that they remember you from the previous time, and they go, oh, don't worry, I know what your order is.
And you're
Oh,
like, no,
no.
you don't.
No, and then also when people tell you, no, I made that drink, I know what's in it. Yeah, but I'm drinking it and I know what's in it, and I can tell you. So this is what's in it, and this is like, and I hear people tell me all the time, that's way too much sugar, and I'm like, it's called sugar free though. So it's a Trenta iced coffee.
Okay.
Okay, a Trenta iced coffee, no classic syrup.
Okay.
10 pumps of sugar-free vanilla. 10.
Okay.
Yeah.
Almond
It's
milk.
a Trente. That's like that's as big as a bottle of wine.
Yeah,
You know what
so
I mean?
10 pumps makes
is
sense.
fine.
Almond milk
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
and 2 stevia.
And so what do they
what
fuck
does that
up?
taste like?
Nothing. It tasted like everything when it was 10 pumps of sugar-free cinnamon dolce. But the vanilla just it sort of amplifies a little bit, but see the sugar-free syrups don't have an artificial or a sugar substitute in them. So they really are just flavoring. So it's not like it amplifies the sweetness more. It's just a flavoring. Whereas like if you get like skinny syrups or a company like that, those are a sugar substitute as well. So you wouldn't need another sugar substitute.
Oh, so the only sugar substitute are the
As the
stevia.
stevia.
Are the 2 stevia. Right.
Now,
Oh.
is that what they fuck up a lot? Is the stevia?
No, because if they fuck it, I can't taste the difference between the stevia or I can't. I don't like Splenda in a cold drink, in a hot drink only. But if they're like, oh, we only have the pink, I'm like, well, put 2 in the pink then, because I'll take it. You know what I mean? Like, I just don't. I don't really have a preference for that. It's just that they don't always put any sweetener in it, and they'll say that they did.
And
they
you're
get-
like, Diva, it's not there. So
It's
do you
not
keep
there.
stevia in your car?
I do keep stevia. I keep whatever. If I go to like a restaurant and then they hand me whatever sweetener they have, I'm the old lady that will, whatever's left, I'll just take it. Because, now with the pandemic, there's not like a thing on the table. You have to ask for sweetener for your iced tea.
Hey,
So I will just I'll put it in my wallet.
you're building your collection.
I am. And I have a little baggie in my console that has that and it has
Oh,
gloves.
the fuck off.
I have gloves.
I
have
thought you meant like driving gloves. I was like, you're out there whipping it.
Ooh.
No.
Those little half gloves that only cut the red of your palm.
The ones that
Yes.
Paris Hilton wears in her cooking show for some reason.
No.
Well, she's trying to protect her hands.
So I don't think the drink is that complicated, but
No.
but I understand. Here's the thing. They do make a lot of drinks, And
Yes, but that's what they do.
I know, but that's why I no longer go to that location, because it was a final time where the girl like actually came out to the window. She was like, "No, I actually made that drink." And I said, I understand. Thank you very much. And I just drove away with it thinking, not only was there not sweetener in it, it was just entirely not my drink. It was not even the drink I had ordered. Like it was probably had like whipping cream and frothy this and that and the other. And I thought, I'm not going to argue with her, because maybe she dealt with a million shitty people.
Right.
And I'm not trying to act like I'm so elevated or whatever, but this will only look bad on me. This will never look bad on her. It will always, because I agree that the customer's not always right, but I also agree that the employees are not always well managed. So, that
You better put that on a bumper sticker. Wait, do you know that they can make the drinks? You can order the drinks at Star. Not to make this all about that, but you can order them upside down. Do you know about
what does
this?
that mean?
It just means they put the whipped cream and stuff on the bottom first.
Right. It basically means whatever process they're trained by corporate to make the drink, you can order it the other way around. So a caramel drizzle on the bottom, whipped cream, then your thing, then the ice, then the espresso shots on top. Like Saturn, this new show I'm producing, Fully Charged with Saturn and Star, Saturn was talking about, her drink she orders it like upside down.
I get a Trenta. Well, they stopped letting me get a Trenta cold brew.
Why?
I don't know. I can only get like a venti cold brew, and so I have to get a Trenta iced coffee now.
And so you walk in there with that wallet open and they don't want any of it.
They don't want that. So then I'm like, and then can I get 2 shots of espresso?
So
They-
basically,
they're
you
trying to
go in and you're the
prevent
barista.
doing- heart
Yeah,
attack.
I have to. That's what I don't understand. Is like
They said,
Starbucks-
sir, come back behind here and pull your own shots if you want
Right.
to order more.
I haven't clocked in though, so
Yeah. I was like, am I getting paid for this?
Wait, I want to know about your storage unit because I think this is something that Meatball needs to think about.
I have a
What?
garage that I use as a storage unit.
I wish
Well-
I had what you have. I do. I wish I had a place nearby. I mean, mine's not far, but
Well,
What do you- what's
I'm
the
far
vibe?
from Long Beach. Yeah, what's your vibe? What's the
At the
storage,
storage
unit
unit.
lifestyle like?
horrifying. It's absolutely disorganized. Every time I go there, I say to myself, I really wish I had renter's insurance on this so that way it could go up in a blaze. It is so disorganized, and I'm a very organized person.
I know.
But that place couldn't be less organized. I'm going to tell you why. It is not a climate controlled unit. So therefore, when it gets hot, I go in and I don't want to be in there that long. So I'm like, I'll just put these couple of like TJ Maxx bags or Ross bags right here, and I'll sort those out later. And then what happens is I keep going back and I keep stacking the stuff. And there aren't enough units to like keep things like I've realized that because of the heat, if you hang something and it's on those like even if they're the strong plastic hangers, they'll start to warp.
Yes.
Right. And so I thought, well, it also pulls the shoulders out of shit. So I should probably like fold these up anyway and put them in sweater bags or that kind of thing. And I did start doing that a long time ago. But my God,
That makes it harder to find stuff.
It does. And you have to, have like photos of everything. And
Yeah.
I just, at that point, I'm like, well, I don't, is it that valuable that I need to like, you know what I mean? Like,
what
when
do you
somebody
think's
comes,
at the back?
what's that?
What do you think is at the back? Like in the back of the storage unit, like in a box?
There's a lot. I mean, honestly, still have Christmas stuff in there too. Like, it's not just my drag. There's also like Christmas ornaments. I'm very the person who goes like I will get up on December 26th at 5:00 in the morning to go look for things that I want for next year for Christmas, like ornaments and stuff. And mind you, I only have half of a Christmas tree. I don't even have a full Christmas. I use a half Christmas tree.
Just the front, or like
Just
are
the
we
front. It
talking
goes
just
flush with
bottom?
the wall.
Okay.
It goes flush with the wall, and it's 7 feet tall. So when you're like looking at it, you think it's a full tree, and then when you walk down the hallway, you're like, "Where did the rest of the tree go?"
The bitch gagged me with that tree.
Right.
That's funny.
brilliant,
But that's
though.
really smart, though.
Yeah.
I need that. I didn't know that was possible.
Yeah, but the problem is, I always think that I need to change the theme of it. Like I'm in some
Well,
like
you are
movie.
very into your home. I listened to that, and it seems like you really enjoy decorating. You enjoy making the fragrances nice in the house. You want it to be a lovely experience for yourself.
I do. I mean, it's tiny. I live in a 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom apartment, but I mean, I try to think in my mind like, oh my God, it's this big estate, and none of that's happening. None of that. That's very the movie in my mind.
But you have
you
such
do
strong
constantly post pictures of beautiful homes that you will one day own.
I will never own them.
Oh, catch you on the porch. You'll be there.
You'll be. I see you moving to like Vermont or something.
Here's the thing.
Yeah,
go ahead.
No,
Well, I
you
was
go
just gonna
ahead.
say, I always when I see like I follow the account Cheap Old Houses.
Yes.
Right. And I just learned like I just look at their posts. I don't really look at the account. And I just learned that they have a television show, a reality show about their Instagram. And they go to these places and they talk about them, and they're a married couple and they're absolutely lovely. And but when you see these places, you're like, wow, that is $45,000. And they say, oh, we put in $100,000 to, reno it. In the apartment building I live in, which is a very small building, right next door, there are 2 houses or 4 houses that are in between the next building. And those lousy, gross little houses are $500,000.
Yep.
$500,000. And I just saw this thing the other day that was talking about how like they showed a picture of this house in this particular state and said in 1999 this house was $200,000. It's now $600,000. And the teacher that lives there made $65,000 then and makes $69,000 now. So and so when you think about living somewhere, it's like I would love to go there and buy that house, but then how am I going to where's the drag shows? Like,
Girl,
you know what I mean?
Porch.
On the
You
porch.
gotta bring the neighborhood in.
No, that-
It's gonna be like one of those movies where you really bring a neighborhood together.
Damn.
People haven't talked in years.
Delta moves in. She's unloading her storage unit. Everyone is side-eyeing her because they see the like glitter fall out and like a boa here and
The
like a
wigs.
dress. They see two men sort of
a
unloading
Hallmark Christmas
everything.
movie.
And then they come in like they knock on the door and you're in full geesh. You open up and you've got like fresh muffins and it's like, who's going to turn this town around?
Right.
It's Delta. And then a little boy or a girl named AJ shows up and you don't know what to do.
Don't do all that.
Okay.
It's called,
I
the
can
film's
see it.
called Drag Porch.
I could see it.
Get to writing, get to pitching.
I
Wait,
can see
speaking of the entertainment industry, can we talk about the news program with the that got announced on Deadline? Can you talk about
Oh,
that?
yeah. So we filmed a pilot for that.
What?
Yeah, it's Delta and Nina West and Bianca Del Rio and Lyle.
Yes.
Right.
And we did a pilot for that. The executive producers are the people that produce, or that I guess produce, even though it's not a show, but they produce Politicon, the whole thing, and they have a podcast, I believe, and they have the convention itself, Politicon, and they wanted to do a show, and they're pitching this show, and so we went in for a couple of days, and well, it was really one day for myself and Nina, but we each took on, like, Bianca's like an anchor, and then there's a couple of like myself and Lyle's an anchor, and then myself and Nina were like roving reporters as well as special assignment desk, and then I got to do a thing that Lady Bunny got to do for it, which is called like Bar Queen, where you like sort of do a commentary about a few different stories. So they just did a sizzle reel and released it for pitching. Who knows? I actually, the exciting part of it for me was that I always wanted to be a news anchor when I was in school, and I always wanted to do that when I was in college. I was going to college for journalism, and so when we were on Drag Race, we got to do like the news anchor challenge. I was like, yeah, this is so cool. I love this, and I don't know whether I did great or not great on that, but. Anyway, it's just kind of a full circle thing. Maybe something great will come from it, maybe not. But either way, it was cool to be included because it was a really cool group of people. Even though, as you know, it's a lot of stuff is pieced together, so not everybody gets to really work together. Even though it seems like you're working together, but it was fun.
That sounds so fun.
Yeah, I love the idea, especially in this day and age when there's so much news coming at us from all places, and it's like no shade, but I would want to watch a drag news program that also didn't only have news, like had editorial, had commentary, had some entertainment, because it's just like, and I say no shade, meaning like it's not real news. Like the amount of news programming that's out in the world is insane. Why shouldn't there be a fucking drag news program? That would be the place that I would want to get my news.
Right.
And I love all of y'all's opinions.
Let's take a quick break and we'll be right back. We all have days when we want to eat well, but just don't have the time or the energy to plan, shop, and cook.
That's exactly where Factor comes in. They deliver fully prepared meals designed by dietitians and crafted by chefs right to your door.
With Factor, you can stay on track with your nutrition goals, whether that's high protein, balanced meals, or overall wellness, without any extra effort.
The meals are fresh, never frozen, and ready in just 2 minutes, which makes it easy to fit into your routine.
I love coming home after a long day and having a tasty and filling Factor meal. It's waiting for me, and I don't have to worry about shopping. It's quick and easy, and one less thing I need to think about when I get home.
I'm feral for fish right now, and I always get my fix with Factor. I recently had their scampi-styled shrimp and salmon, and let me tell you, it did not disappoint.
So get Factor today and start enjoying delicious and nutritious meals.
Head to factormeals.com/sloppyseconds50off and use code sloppyseconds50off to get 50% off and free daily greens per box with new subscription only, while supplies last until September 27th, 26. See website for more details.
That's factormeals.com/sloppyseconds50, like the number, off. Sloppy Seconds 50 off. Okay, something about me. I love shopping. If you love shopping too, you have to check out Rakuten.
And all you have to do is shop, 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 shop And with Rakuten, you get cash back and rewards on almost everything you buy.
Exactly. Homeware, daily essentials, jeans. We're talking eBay, CVS, and even Levi's.
Ooh, so I can buy a vintage couch, tons of paper towels, and grab a new pair of jeans and still get cash back.
And that's not all. You can even stack those rewards on top of sales and coupons.
But Big Dipper, how does this magic work?
Well, I'll tell you. Rakuten is paid by partner stores to send them shoppers, and then Rakuten passes on some of that money to you, the member.
Rakuten is so real for that.
Plus, Rakuten has 17 million members who are already saving. Don't you want to become one of them?
Join for free at Rakuten.com or download the Rakuten app and start saving money now.
That's Rakuten.com or download the Rakuten app today. Do you want to improve your sleep? Well, listen up and get a Helix.
Whether you sleep on your side, your back, your stomach, Helix makes premium mattresses that are designed to fit your specific sleep style.
You know, now that it's spring, why not upgrade your sleep game and get a Helix mattress?
And you know what?
What?
I can guarantee you that they have a mattress for you with over 20 different styles and models for you to sleep on. I love sleep. I can't get enough of it.
And I love my Helix mattress. So ever since I got the big and tall, I know we go on and on about it, but it's a perfect fit for me. I haven't had a mattress before that I was able to select a model from, and I'm so happy I got to do that with Helix.
And I too have the big and tall model, and it's perfect for my big and tall body. I loved it so much, I got a second one from a guest room.
True.
Yes, baby. And the people are sleeping great in there when they eventually do sleep in there.
Best of all, Helix delivers right to your door with free shipping in the US, and you can get a 120-night sleep trial to make sure that it's right for you.
You also get peace of mind because Helix mattresses are backed by a limited lifetime warranty and have been recognized by experts at places like Forbes and Wired. And me. I am a sleep expert too.
Period. Go to helixsleep.com/sloppy to get up to 27% off site-wide during their Memorial Day sale.
That's helixsleep.com/sloppy and make sure you enter sloppy seconds after checkout so that they know that we sent you.
helixsleep.com/sloppy.
Get yourself a Helix.
Okay,
We're back. Thoughts? Was that the right note, Delta? Do you think I could be a singer?
I know you could. But see, I'm not a good singer, so I guess that opinion doesn't really matter.
How are you,
I
Kat?
want to talk about executive suite.
Oh, okay.
Uh-huh.
Or suites? Is it plural?
It's
I think
sweet.
it's just the suite.
It's just the
It's
one.
only one.
The one suite. Now, when you go to a hotel, do you ask for the executive suite?
I do not. When I go to a hotel, I'm telling you, I like a good old fashioned motor lodge. I like my
Girl, I
car
like to
parked
be on the first floor.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yes.
I don't want to walk anywhere. I want my car right outside the door.
Yeah, and
in and out.
I want the door to open to the outside world. I
That's
don't
what
like
I'm
being
saying.
inside the hotel. I want
'Cause
to be
you know
able to
when
get
you go-
in and out.
You know when you go somewhere, and I know, God bless everybody that wants to give you the really nice room because they want you to have a nice experience. But there are some inconveniences that come with that, like getting an Uber Eats or a DoorDash order that because they can't get through the elevator with the fucking key. So then we just left it at the front desk. Well, I'm in my underwear. Okay.
Yeah.
And so
you're like, and I'm not so rich and famous that this hotel has like a bellman service. Like,
Right.
they're not gonna run it up to me.
Yeah,
I
right.
have to come down here.
Or I'm like, I'm in half drag. Like I already
Yeah.
don't want to walk through this hotel in drag. Now
Right.
I'm going to do it halfway done.
dead honest, like I am lazier than I am hungry. Because I have back stock of food. You know what I mean? Like I can live without a few weeks of meals and I would be fine. So if
In your
it's down there, I'm
purse?
like, well, I guess I lost my fucking money because I'm not going to go get it. Like I'm cool. Like if I'm coming back from the show and it's still there, all right, I'll get it. But I'm not going
4
down.
hours later, you're like, is there
Yeah.
an Uber Eats order for me? And they're like, oh yeah. I had just, when you said this, I had a flash to a gig. I played a bear event in Fort Lauderdale.
No, not a bear event.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
What were you doing
Did?
there? You of all
Fuck
people.
off. Fuck you both. I played a bear event in Fort Lauderdale. And they put me up at the host hotel, okay? So full of bears everywhere. Mm-hmm. And I performed. They had a lot of these events, and Delta, you know this experience very well. Sometimes they get very excited, they book talent, and then they have no infrastructure to support that talent. Mm-hmm. So they're excited to put you on the poster, they want a good show, but then you're like, where's the stage? Where are the lights? Is there a sound check? And they just don't have any of those things. So I played on an outdoor patio, and I had to play at a certain time because after that there was going to be a sound ordinance. Okay. They were unable to provide a wireless microphone, so I played on an 8-foot tethered microphone to the DJ. The cord had 8 feet, so I was stuck to it trying to do my little show. I slayed the show, and when the show was over, the event was done because we went right up against that sound ordinance, and everyone was trying to go back to their room. Now, this was the host hotel, so the entire hotel was at the patio event. So the line in the elevator was massive. And guess what? It was a bear event. So there were signs that said no more than 4 people in the elevator because they have like a 1,000 pound weight limit. So the line to the elevator was crazy. I was sweaty. I was in a jock strap holding all of my clothes that were like dingy from me stripping and throwing them on the ground. All I wanted to do was like take a shower and lay in the bed. And I'm sitting there and I'm like, I don't want to wait in this elevator. And then I started imagining these elevators are going to fucking break down. They're doing heavy lifting constantly and people are just waiting in line. I walked 11 flights up the stairs after my show just so I could get the peace and quiet in my room.
No. That reminds me.
What would I have done? Wait an hour?
I would have gone to the
just killed
myself.
Have
a heart attack.
Check into another hotel.
Yeah. Get a room on the first floor.
Yeah.
That reminds me of the time that I did that wedding in Las Vegas, and I had to. So the wedding was in the casino at the aquarium in the casino. Okay. So they picked me up from my room, basically walked me to the elevator, took me down. I had like not security, but there was a usher with me, put me in a little golf cart, drove me to the thing. The minute the wedding was over, I was done officiating the wedding. They were like, okay, well, we'll see you later.
Oh,
I walked a full mile, like through the entire casino in full drag. My bra strap snapped and I had those big silicone titties. So then they just fall. I'm in high heels and I'm not going to take them off. So I'm walking a mile. I'm fat. I'm sweating. I'm sweating through my costume to get in a full elevator with children and families in Las Vegas and have to ride it all 20 floors up, just sweating the whole time. And no one is talking to me.
No, well, and the thing is, if they did, you'd have to be like, "It's Las Vegas. I'm a Diana Ross impersonator. Can't you tell?"
Diana Ross.
Hello, you're not surprised.
Oh my gosh! But yeah, that was wild. Yeah, that was insane.
Awful. No, yeah, you're right. People do that. I mean, they will forget. They will forget that like your work is not done once my work is done.
Yeah,
right. This is a full circle moment. Okay, so we brought up executive suites. Hottest ticket in town, like this
really
past
is.
year.
I get so excited every time Morgan asks me to do it.
Yeah, I mean, still fun, still everything's going great. We actually the last time me and Meatball worked together there, we got on the same vibe because sometimes you'll and this is not an executive suite thing. This is just a show thing. And I don't know, Dipper, if you've experienced this too, but they'll just be like certain people that you can't figure out.
Oh, right.
If they're mad or if they're surprised or if they are nervous or what it is. But you're
you mean
like
fellow performers or in the audience?
No, people in the audience.
A full table of people in the audience gave me nooch. In the words of Willem, it was full Noochingtons.
And then she tells me this, and I'm like, is it the table in the front, like to the right? She's like, yes. And I said, I don't know what it is. And listen, not to...
it might have been my body hair. I think that they might have been there for full illusions, and they got me.
But here's the thing that surprised me, and maybe it shouldn't, and maybe this is really, really ignorant, and I'll take it on the chin if it is. They were bears,
Yeah.
and there was a couple of like super chubs,
Uh-huh.
and we thought like, well, we're
on one team.
Bottom line, we were all gay men, like, and they were gay. I assumed they were identifying as gay men. Maybe that's unfair of an assumption, but that's what I thought was happening, and I thought that's what we were giving, and like they were losing their minds for everybody except for me and Meatball.
Yeah.
Like everybody except for me.
And then
Meatball.
there was a part in my song where I was doing Survivor by Destiny's Child, and the part where Michelle comes on, I like cut the music and I was screaming because it was dead air. And I was like, if anyone lip syncs to Michelle's portion, you're getting kicked out. And they all started shaking their heads and like looked down and were like, no, wagging their fingers at me. And I was like, oh, they really just don't like any of what I'm giving them at all.
But we both felt it, and I thought,
Yeah.
and I've been to places before where it's
maybe
like
they only like skinny girls.
maybe
I was going to say skinny white girls, but everyone else in the cast that night was black.
right.
Everyone was black that night, except for you.
I don't know. It was weird. I mean, I don't know if it was some people.
Let's not make it a race war
Internalized
at Executive
fat
Suite.
phobia.
Well,
That's where we're going, right?
Well, some people get on. People don't like. Some people don't like others who are too proud or too free. So,
Wow.
And
it
my
brings it
costumes
back
are
to
proud
them.
and free. I'm out there showing
Yeah.
you body hair and skin, like I
Well-
got, like it's something you want to see.
It is something. It is something people want to see.
It is
Isn't
something.
it?
It is something.
It is quite
period.
something. Well, yeah, I'm curious, Delta, as like a seasoned pro, do you have any constructive feedback to offer Meatball, maybe on like dressing room etiquette or wig?
I don't offer unsolicited advice to anyone.
I'm soliciting it.
I know, but you're not Meatball. You're Dipper.
Wait, I would say my dressing room etiquette is pretty good.
It's lovely.
I try to say like hello
It's
to
lovely.
everybody.
Do
Tell
you
couple
lay a
jokes.
towel down and then put your
No, I
your
do walk
main
around.
earring and then your backup earring?
Oh, there's
and then
never any
your
earrings.
predetermined alcohol wipe, and then
Shut up.
you've got your
I
little
hate
black dress
you
in the car just
so
in
bad.
case.
I hate you so bad.
Now that's Delta. Delta
I hate you
also,
so bad.
Watching Delta pack her suitcase during the show is like mind blowing.
During? Oh, so that you're just
Because
ready.
no, but like because she'll take a costume off and treat it with respect and like put it away. And then she'll like take her jewelry and put it away. Like she puts everything where it goes. Whereas me, I'm like literally just throwing shit on the floor and then like stuffing it into the suitcase. And I'm like, I'll take care of
Listen.
that in a week when I decide to unpack.
Well, we all have our own process, but on top of that, I clearly it's all acting for me because as we said in the beginning, I may have people think that it's that organized, but then I completely shit in the ass of the storage unit by throwing all those sweaty clothes in zipped bags in there, and then it's like 300 degrees, and I'm like, I'll come back next Thursday.
I may have shared this a long time ago in this podcast, but the first harness I ever got.
How though? I saw you go like this.
Ooh,
Like
do it.
picture, like you held your breasts up in clamshells just now.
I'm holding them right now.
Like your
The
tits.
first, why are my nipples hard? The first harness that I
Delta.
got, a man named Dean Wolverine up in
Ooh, cool.
Vancouver bought for me. He very kindly purchased it for me. We were doing like an interview, and he wanted to do a photo shoot for the magazine at a gear shop, and they had me like try on different things, and I took like dressing room photos, and I was like, oh, I'd never worn a harness before, and I'm sure at that point I was like 28 or 29, and I was like, oh wow, and he was like, let me buy it for you. So he bought me this harness, and I wore it at so many of my shows, an actual leather harness. And I would do just that after the show, drenched in sweat. I would take it, throw it in a Ziploc bag, and put it in
No.
after like 3 months, the fucker rusted off completely. Like all the metal
Damn.
rusted, the leather like broke, it got brittle. Like I ruined it because I just had my toxic sweat and put it
But
in
what-
like a
You're supposed to
little
let them
bag.
air dry and then
Yes,
like
and you're supposed
you
to
even,
dab
like,
it dry,
dab it dry
Oh,
around
that's
the
what I was
clean
gonna
the
ask.
steel, like the metal.
That's what I was going to ask. I would imagine because I know they're expensive, so there'd have to be like a maintenance.
Yeah. I want to know about holidays for you, Jelta, because
Mhm.
I am not really a holiday person.
Mhm.
I don't really care about birthdays. I like remember last minute. I'm sort of like, if I think about you, I'll buy a gift.
I
That's
like
the
that.
kind of like,
I
Yeah.
like that.
oh, I saw this thing, I thought about you, and they're like, it's March, it's not anything. And it's like, well, no, here you go. But you love holiday tradition.
I mean,
you love holiday decoration.
You just posted that the days are getting shorter, and so you went and bought a bunch of new fall fragrances
I
already.
had to. Well, and this is,
had to. That's
Had
what I
to.
want to get
I
to.
actually-
What do you
and-
mean you had to?
well, and that's the thing is I didn't really have to because I had the back stock that I got them for 10 cents each last year after Christmas sale. And they're still good. And I treat myself throughout the year to burn like 1 week a month. I will burn the Christmas ones because I don't want to waste them because I'm afraid that the next season I'm not going to be able to get them again. I know that's
Oh.
crazy.
So how? Okay.
I have
You
throughout
realize
the,
Christmas comes every year. You're gonna get those scents somehow, one way
I'm
or
Yeah.
going to
another.
get them. So
Capitalism will forever and always be baked into the
Now, you
fabric
seem
of
like
the
you're an
holiday
oil
season.
burner. You like to burn oils.
I like everything. I actually just what I just started doing is a Bath and Body Works hack, which is you can buy this Airwick diffuser that is like $9. And it comes with an oil, but you can save that oil. You can use it or not. And then you can get the wallflower plugins from Bath and Body Works that always go on clearance and they always go on sale. And you can take that out and shove it inside of there, and it fits exactly. So your thing, instead of like the wallflower one, just kind of like slowly letting it seep out. This one you can set it so it like it goes puff puff, puff puff.
Ooh.
And so it's stronger. And then, if you're really crazy and you go to Las Vegas and you stop off at the Bath and Body Works outlet, then you can get all of the ones that are on clearance, and then you'll have a stock of them. I love, yeah, well, that goes back to like the scent thing, but the scent thing is very Christmassy to me and the holidays in general. I don't know why I love the holidays. I really, I certainly was not raised with money. And certainly I don't have money, but I mean, I'm not struggling by any means, but, I love the spirit of the holidays. I love the scent. I love the weather for sure. I mean, I'm built for the fall and the winter.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
So what are we doing this summer? Because it's been hot. Yesterday was hot. Is it hotter up there where you are than it is in LA?
It's hot to me. I mean, I'm in this, like when we do podcasts and I'm in the room, it's like I have the air conditioner off, the windows shut. You know how it is.
Yeah.
Especially here because the fucking kids are always screaming. So that has never stopped. That has not stopped. And it's not going to stop. But yeah, I don't know why I love the holidays so much. I always think of the summertime being obviously like, I think of it being like for people who are active. And
Yeah.
I'm not active. I like to just like my activity is maybe taking a stroll so I can go like in an area where there's like 4 shops, and then I can like hold my scarf like this and like go in and then buy an overpriced ornament and then take it and go, this doesn't go with the theme of my tree, but I had to buy something because I pretend I'm in a Hallmark movie. And then it's done, and then I save that and I give that as a
You're
gift to someone.
So that is your favorite, like if you had to list a favorite physical activity,
It's pretending to be
strolling?
wearing a scarf
No, favorite physical activity is complaining.
you do that with your whole
with your whole
body.
chest.
I do that with my whole body.
With your whole.
I do it with my whole. Yeah. My whole complains.
Because
They
Meatball has
complained
been
at that
over
soup
here.
plantation.
I sure did.
Meatball has been over here trying to talk to me about coming to work out with me because I've been going to see this trainer.
I want to,
Mhm.
I want to get fit because I don't know if you heard, but the UPS the other day, a man told me he liked my tits, and it sent me into a spiral. So
Wow.
Unprovoked. Meatball was waiting
I was
in
minding
line.
my own business.
Walked past him, stopped, looked.
Like,
I
your tits.
Was he hot?
No,
No. Huh.
This is
What were
this
you wearing?
is-
What kind of blouse were you wearing?
it was
This is-
it was a salt wash jersey, so it was a little thinner it was on the thinner side. You could kind of
Okay.
see through
You
it.
could see the nips. You
That
could-
didn't
you
make
just-
you happy that somebody liked your tits.
It just, I don't know how it made me feel. I still don't know what it made me feel. I just wasn't expecting it.
Right.
A nice, like your haircut, because I had just gotten my haircut. That would have been lovely. But
Mhm.
like your tits, kind of threw me for a loop.
Do you think he liked your tits or he was trying to read? Like, because
I don't know. I don't. It was
No, I'm not
literally-
saying I'm reading.
It was
I just know how
literally
fags
an
are.
Up, down, like your tits, and kept walking.
Well,
Is there another word he could have been saying?
Like
I
your
like your
like
shit.
your
I like your
hits?
shits.
Like your shits.
Like your
Like
hits.
your
He likes your
hits.
music.
Yeah,
Oh, he
you
loves
look like
I'm a top.
Bruno Mars.
Right.
Wait.
Right.
He thought I was Bruno Mars, and there we have
And there
it.
we solved it. Wait, Delta, did you used to let men fuck your tits?
No, there's no pleasure in that maybe for them,
Yeah.
but not for me.
Yeah, but you don't want to please
You
a man.
never
What,
lived
so
that
now you're not
fantasy?
into pleasing men.
You were like, get that dick out and fuck my tits.
No. I know. I'm not knocking it. I don't think I've ever done that.
Do you know anyone who fucks and shit?
No. I mean, I'm sure I've done worse. I mean, I've never fucked in shit. But I
I know.
No, I don't think I've ever done that. I don't think I've ever, but I'm not knocking it. I guess because, it would for that to look be as pleasurable as it looks like that it possibly could would involve half of it being a Nerf ball. So the visual of that, then they
So
would
you
be
don't
like,
have the meat. You don't have that much chest.
not
meat?
really. I mean,
Oh.
there's stuff there, obviously, like, you know what I mean. But it's just that's like two, like, they're flapjacks. You know,
It
what I'm
couldn't
saying?
be free floating. You'd have to be like in the brassiere,
Right.
in the thing, right?
Right.
exactly.
And if there was some sort of like compensation involved, absolutely. I don't see a problem with that.
What sort of activities would you engage in when you would pick up men at the bar?
Yeah, when you were the woman.
Oh, everything. I mean, anal sex, oral sex,
We love anal sex.
reciprocating, of course. Mutual release.
Mutual release,
Mutual
honey.
release.
Full circle reciprocation.
Yeah, of course.
No,
GFE.
never.
Girlfriend experience.
Of course. Absolutely.
Now, how far do you take
haven't-
that fantasy?
Yeah,
Like
are
when
you
you're doing the
talking like
girlfriend
a woman?
experience, do you say like
Put it in me.
No, do you
fuck
say,
my
like-
pussy?
I mean, I talk like that anyway, right? I talk like that at Starbucks. That's why they don't want me to come back.
That's what
You're like,
ma'am,
I
just
need-
take this sugar-free whatever and get out.
she's
Right.
like, I need 10 pumps in my pussy.
Yeah. You told my friend that you
Sugar-free
liked her
vanilla.
tits, but you didn't tell me.
No, I mean, like, would you go so far? Like, how I'm always curious. The girlfriend experience.
Mhm.
Hey, babe, yeah, what do you want to eat for dinner tonight? That whole thing, cuddles, blah, blah, blah. But then it's like, next month we got to go see your mom. Like, do you do that sort of
no.
girl-
Well, I'm not. I didn't have a boyfriend while I was, in drag. It wasn't
And
No,
were you
I
that.
know,
picking
but
these
if
people
you're
up at
giving the
Peanuts?
girlfriend experience, what'd you say, Meatball?
Were you picking these people up at Peanuts?
Sometimes, yeah, but back in the day, we mostly used like AOL chat was the thing, and then we would go to like the Queen Mary, which was in Studio City, the Oxwood Inn,
I've been to the Oxwood Inn.
yeah, places like that. Hmm.
Oh,
Now-
wow.
Do you think Meatball could have ever gotten a gig at Peanuts?
Yes, I
No.
do.
Oh,
Oh.
really?
Hmm. Of course.
I thought it was more for the
This is the thing about
illusionists.
No, this is the thing about Peanuts. So that was so cool is that Fridays would be Mondays and Fridays were technically when the majority of trans, cross-dresser, and admirers would be there. Okay, so that's what would happen. Mondays was almost exclusively in the show would be trans performers.
Mhm.
And it would be mostly kind of a strip moment and sexiness. Fridays would be trans and drag performers together. You would see a drag person on Monday, but it would be either hosting or as a fill-in host kind of thing.
Gotcha.
Saturdays was cinematic. The night was called cinematic. And cinematic was, and it was SIN, cinematic.
Ooh.
And it was everybody. So you would see goth people there. You would see rockabilly people there. You would see plenty of gay people. Sundays was Velvet. It was called Velvet. The night was called Velvet. So all of these would overlap, even though there might be a predominance of one or the other. The whole weekend would overlap. So you would get
Right.
people that would go, "Oh my God, I saw you on Saturday. Come to Friday." Like, why
Oh.
bring your thing Friday? Like, let's do Friday. Or, hey, you're really good on the mic. Would you want to just come in and like just host on Monday because I need a fill-in host kind of thing? Saturdays and Sundays there wasn't really a drag show per se. It was just a party, and like there would be go-go dancers and stuff.
Do you
Yeah.
think things like that have a harder time existing in the age of social media?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
And that's why. That's why, because once upon a time, I talked about like cruising. We used to like, did you meet these people at Peanuts or whatever? I did, or on AOL.
or
When we
Vaseline
used to,
Alley.
yeah, Romaine Street. Like when we used to have to like cruise, that's when you would be able to encounter so many different people because you didn't know what your proclivities were or what it is that you liked. So you learned about them by going. You would call your friend and be like, "Girl, you're not even gonna believe what happened. Last night I went home with this cowboy. No, he's really a cowboy. Like, and it was everything." Or you'll be like, "Girl, this guy, that really tall black guy, he's a total bottom, and I thought he would have been a top." Like these things, you broke down these stereotypes
Yeah.
because you had to learn to talk to people and meet them. Now, because we all have apps, you can just type in there, I want this specifically, and I'll wait for it to come to me. And when it finally comes to you, then you can go, all right, those three aren't exactly the ones I wanted, but at least they are, Asian, 5'7", and this. So once I hit those things, now I'll pick the best one. Or this one's Hispanic and da-da-da.
And when it finally comes to you, will you go down to the front desk and get it?
Right.
Or you'll make it come up to your room?
Damn you.
Throw a
But
key
so
out
that's
the
the thing.
window.
So people, when they go to club,
out the window.
If you ain't never done it, you don't know.
I don't think.
That's why you make sure you get the hotel that you don't need the key card access in the
That's why you want the door out to the street.
A door out to the street. You feel me?
Yeah.
I don't think, and that's why I don't think people go to clubs anymore to cruise anybody. They're
Right.
like, oh, I already have that lined up for later.
Yeah.
That's already lined up. I'm not worried about that. I'm just gonna go party and floss, and I want everybody to like look at me, and I want to tell everybody, I'm this, that, and the other. And then, but my trade is already lined up.
Wow.
It's now it's transaction. You know what I mean?
It truly is transactional, and it's so easy that I feel like it takes the fun out of even trying to talk to people at the club.
Sure.
Because the only reason, not the only reason, but one of the main reasons that you would talk to people and like jump from group to group and make new friends was to see like who you were interested in, who you wanted to talk to. And now it's all about like, that guy has 1 million Instagram followers. Let me try to talk to him. Like, it's like such like a transactional experience at the club. I've been noticing that a lot and I don't like it. I remember when I first started and like Instagram wasn't that big of a deal yet.
Mm-hmm.
And it was easier to just be a drag queen and like go to WeHo and just talk to all the queens there. And now it feels like there's like, oh, you're not on my level. You like to fucking shit. So it's like,
right.
What do
all
you
right.
do?
Let's take a break and we can all go fuck our own shit. We'll be right back.
I just did a wonderful show with Bitch Pudding at Outfest where she truly danced for 3.5 minutes straight. Nonstop dancing. Ran off the stage, collapsed, fell to the ground, and was like, and I was like, bitch, that's what you get for being a lyrical dancer. She committed. I haven't seen that in a long time.
That Marley floor, I saw that looked like a real full dance.
It was
studio.
a full dance, and she did at one point, like she wanted to do. You could see her. She wanted to do a cartwheel so bad, but her shoulder, she had all that surgery on it, so she couldn't do it. So then she just did like a high kick, and then at like the peak of the song, she gets all the way up to the back of the stage and runs like full speed
slides
at the
on
audience,
the knees,
slides into a split, and like because the floor was Marley, she slid halfway across the stage. I was like, she's gonna fall, she's gonna hit somebody. She like put so much momentum behind it. I haven't seen a performance like that in a long time.
There's a certain segment of live performers that the pandemic hit really hard in our age group, in our size group. That it was like, remember when you used to be able to go 5 minutes and be okay, but now 90 seconds and you gotta tap out?
Oh yeah, my first gig back was at Executive Suite, and everyone was like, yeah, my song's 15 minutes long. I did one 5-minute song, and Nicole handed me a shot, and she was like, are you okay? Like in my performance, because I just couldn't walk anymore.
Girl, it's exhausting.
It's a distance. It is, and it's a distance because you're going up and down the stairs, and then you're out on the asphalt, and it seems like a limited space, but you're like kind of making circles.
Yeah, you gotta do
loops. Yeah.
So we were talking about social media and being out of the club. I've brought this up on the podcast numerous times. I want to in my life
you want to
figure yes. But I also, in my life, want to figure out a way to like become an investor or a co-owner or go into business in a way around a bathhouse that honors the history of bathhouses, but also sort of makes them a more accessible place and maybe
cleaner.
Meatball is big on cleaning, yes, cleaner, but also like there's something about them that they're never good. And I'm like, if you're paying X amount of dollar. I mean, I've been to bathhouses where the entry fee is fucking $10, and then I've also been where it's like $40, and it's like if you're paying that much money for people to come in here, you should be able to afford like better layout, better amenities. If you were to like be consulted, Delta, on the creation of a bathhouse, what are some things that you think would help make it a better experience?
Well, my main experience with that was at the Midtown Spa in downtown LA.
Been
so
there.
That was my main, and then
I've never been.
Been there, gotten recognized there.
And then one time before that was, after that, was not actually. I wasn't a participant. I wasn't an unwitting participant.
Okay.
It was in Colorado Springs, and the nightclub that we worked at, you had to enter through the bathhouse to get to, and it really exists. It exists that way, and it's sickening. It's fierce. And so you're when you walk in, it's like, oh, are you going to the club or are you going to the bathhouse? Because they're attached. And it was like me, pork chop, mayhem. Like there was a ton of queens working. We were like, that is the bathhouse. I've never seen this before.
That's amazing.
Cool idea, right?
Yeah, I love that.
Well, what would be? This is what I say. I say for sure, something that would really matter is to make available oversized and or beach towels, not just on bear or chub nights.
Yeah,
make them available the way that you would make sizes of t-shirts available. When you check in, whether you're getting a room or a locker, they ask you, what size towel would you like?
Love
and then
that.
they'll upcharge you for the larger one.
They will. But I want that. I want people to have the option of having. I think the towel matters.
The music. Can there be a vote for music?
Yo, the music
what would you
is
like?
Such like I have been where the music is so bad, and there's only like 10 songs on the playlist, so it's like within 40 minutes it's looped, and you're like, wait a second, how long have I been here? Like,
maybe
is that a 5-hour playlist, or you know what I mean?
Yeah,
right.
Like,
you know what song always reminds me of the bathhouse for some reason, and I don't know why. I love it. Nowhere Girl by B Movie always reminds me of the bathhouse.
I don't know that one.
I don't know that song. You gotta.
Oh my God, Dipper, find it right now. Play it right now.
Be free. Do not you wanna be? They played that at a bathhouse that I've been to.
Yeah.
What about
the
theme?
Nowhere Girl.
Queer as
Nowhere Girl.
Let's get soaking wet.
No, they don't play that at the bathhouse. Is this it?
Yes. This always reminds me of the bathhouse.
What?
Yeah. Especially the beginning of the extended mix is like.
I don't know that I would want to be sucking dick to this song.
Yeah. Well, the Midtown was Midtown used to be kind of spooky, especially when you get down to the basement. You would almost feel like I could be murdered in here.
It is still very spooky down in the basement.
Is it still open? Or is it, even though the pandemic is happening?
It is open. One thing that I think is interesting is I was having this because I saw it was open.
Oh, you saw?
Oh, I just saw that it was open.
I saw
it was open, so I went. I went to the.
So you're done cruising because you think the cops are gonna get you now?
No, I'm always in the Macy's
seventh floor.
Seventh floor.
What
did they say?
Dressing room by the Levi's.
They called in to let us know we had it wrong.
It's the 7th floor dressing room in the Levi's. The back
7th floor.
What are you guys talking about?
Anyhow, This is my
You act
suggestion.
like you don't never been to a Macy's.
Yeah, you never been in the bathroom in a Macy's sucking dick
well,
of an employee?
in Lakewood, it's in the basement of the Macy's.
Okay. No, this would be my suggestion. Get it on this. First of all, whoever decided the height level of the glory hole must have stopped growing at 5 feet because they're always too low.
Mm-hmm.
And I think they need to make
their
glory holes
ovular-
long.
Yeah, long and tall.
So that a taller person or a shorter person can be there. And then get this. You know, like in church, how there's a pew?
Yeah,
And you lean
a sliding
forward?
door.
No, that's not a pew.
A bench.
That's not a pew. That's a bench.
But you know when you kneel forward to pray, you can flip down a little kneel
Yeah.
rest for your knees.
Yeah.
Imagine if the dick sucking boots had that and it was your choice. You could just tip it down and then not have your knees on the floor.
Right. Well, what about if you had like maybe almost like a shower cap, right?
Okay.
But it like sort of snaps on around the glory hole. That way, if it hasn't been used for a while and like, you know what I mean? And it's
No
just, like,
splinters or no other
Right.
people's
Right.
liquids
Yeah.
and germs.
not that you don't want the group, but the fact is
The
that like
group.
you don't want the group from 2 weeks ago and it's all like
Right.
dried and you're like
Yeah.
scratching it like tapioca on the wall. Like I don't want, you know what I mean? Like
But
you want
for
it
me,
fresh
that's an
fruit,
amazing
fresh
idea,
fruit.
like a
It
seat
should
cover.
come with
It's
like
like a
a
seat cover.
Yeah.
seat cover, or there should just be a bottle of 99% alcohol and a rag that you can wipe it down with.
Yeah, I like that.
Girl, I love these ideas. Okay, I do have our final segment of the story. We've been of the show.
yeah,
We've been
yeah,
sort
yeah.
of doing this, but we're running out of time here. Our final segment is
Fuck
Fuck Talk.
Talk! It's a portion of the show where you can tell us a uncomfortable or strange sex story that happened to you. Normally, we prefer them to be funny, but if you want to get emotional and sad, I cried once.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So
I can lead by example here.
Yes,
I have an insane story to share, which
please
is
go.
As of late, when everything sort of opened back up, I started to do a lot more sexual exploration again. And I was at an event where people paid money to be in a room together and have group sex.
Oh,
And a man, basically the moment he caught my eye, pulled up on me immediately, started like in on my neck, like kissing, like grabbed my body, and he already had his dick out. And I was like, well, great, I like sucking dick. So I dropped to my knees and I started sucking his dick. He's moaning. Like, I was like, this is great. And it sort of blindsided me. And I was like, but everything I was touching and feeling felt pretty good. And I was like, I'm into all this. Let's do it. And I was sucking his dick for a while and I had to sort of like reorient myself. And so I stood up because I was kind of backed into a corner.
and then
And
he
he-
saw your body.
And he leaned in and he said, oh man, how much do you weigh?
dang.
Oh, dang! So he's a feeder. He wants to see you grow.
And I gave him the good old like 2 taps on his shoulder, like and I said, excuse me. And I walked away. Because here's the deal. I know what I look like and I know how much I weigh. And I'm
Why
happy
wouldn't
if you want
just
to
said that and then kept sucking?
and I'm happy if you want to worship my belly.
Worship.
But it triggered a little like middle schooler like insecurity. Like I want him to say like, I love your belly. Wow, you're so big. Like what a big guy. Like any of that would have been good, but he was like, what are the numbers that the scales say? Like that
so
was
so clinical. Or
Yeah.
how
something.
much do you weigh? I was
Sure.
just like,
Were you going to
I
take my
don't know.
temperature too? What are you, my
Yeah.
doctor?
So that was kind of a turn off for me.
Can y'all tell me if I was sexually assaulted?
Oh no.
I was
Sure.
in the fashion fabric district the other day.
Okay.
Then yes.
I went to a store that was next to Alex, whatever. It's on, I want to say it's on Maple. Anyway, and as I was shopping in the store, the employee, the man who owns it, I'm assuming, came up and like rubbed against me. Like down an aisle, rubbed against me, and then grabbed his junk at me.
Okay, is he shorter with gray hair and a mustache?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Mhm.
Okay. I reached up to say, like, can I get this lining fabric? How much is it? It was too expensive. But while my arm was up, my shirt lifted, and he put his finger in my belly button.
Oh.
I don't mean to laugh.
He put his finger while he grabbed himself, and I said, excuse me, sir, I must leave. And he's like, I will give you a good deal, my friend. This lining fabric is like $12 a yard. And I was like, that's not a good deal. And I laughed. Was I sexually assaulted?
Well, I don't know. I don't know the.
How do you know this man? Do you get a discount when you go?
No, but I know who you're talking. I think I know. If we're thinking of the same person, like I'm thinking, if you're, it's. I don't know if it's on Maple though, so it could be someone else.
It's on 8. I think it's on it's on a street numbered street. Maybe.
Okay,
9?
so like I feel like it might be next to the store where they have all of the
tablecloths.
Yes.
Yes.
And then also Mikey's fabric is down there as well.
Yes.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about. He's actually not a bad looking man. Like he's an older man and he's short.
Very short.
He's short and he has a mustache and he's very tries to be very friendly, but he tries to do all of that towards the back. And there's a younger Hispanic guy that works in the front too.
He must know that's going on.
Yeah, he knows what he's doing. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I think it comes down to, remember when I told that story and you told me my story about my massage and you told me I was sexually assaulted, but I said, no, I just felt like it was like a shitty experience, but I don't feel like assault. Like, how do you feel about it, Meatball?
Well, I was a little upset because it was the only store that had the matching fabric in a chiffon and a stretch. And I really wanted that.
But how about the rubbing and him grabbing his crotch and the belly button? Like, do you think that's a funny story to share, or do you feel like
I thought
it
that was
like,
funny?
Me
I think
too.
if I would have let it go further, I probably would be more disgusted. But I was like, I'm going to remove myself from this because he wasn't even going to give, like, for all the touching, he wasn't giving me that good of a deal.
Not for all the touching.
I mean, I guess every man has his own special dream. And
his dream was not coming true that day. Now, had he said, like your tits, maybe would have been a different thing.
Right.
Maybe that I would have been like, oh, I do like it now. But no. All I got was a dick grab and a finger in my belly button.
The finger in the belly button is the weird part, I think.
Was he going to fuck my belly button?
I don't know. I think maybe he was just trying to gauge cleanliness.
Well, listen, we've made it to the end of the show.
Oh, do I have a story I want to tell? Well, I can't think of anything too like crazy that's happened sexually, but I can think of sort of a situation where you talked about the guy asking about your weight. Oh, and I was thinking about this yesterday. A lot of my growing up in drag really did take place in Palm Springs because I started working in Palm Springs. And, oh my God, this sounds so awful. This sounds so weird to hear. I started working in Palm Springs at the turn of the century. I started.
Oh my God!
Literally. I was at Toucans for 17, almost just at the 18-year mark before we moved out from there and started working somewhere else. And there's still shows happening there, but we parted ways for many reasons. But I can remember we used to go out there me and my friend Vanity. Vanity's the one that got me like working out there. And we used to go and we had busted cars with no air conditioning and we thought we were living the life. But I felt like at that time we were sort of setting up the Palm Springs scene because Toucans was brand new. And we were part of that. And we used to go, we would hang out, stay overnight, and we would do a lot of times we would either stay in drag or sometimes we would get out of drag. But I remember it was the first place where I ever encountered someone who I thought was like sort of out of my sort of, I don't know the term that I'm looking for, out of my, when you're like, oh, I could never get a guy like that.
Out of your league.
Yeah, out of my league.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it
was. I love that.
Yeah, and this man like came up, and I'm talking like 2004 maybe at this point, so I've been there a couple of years. He came up and he was just like perfect teeth, like 6'4", just done up. Look, it was at the bar by himself, and just kind of, it was one of those nights where it was like towards the end of the night, and I just like I walked up to get a drink, and my friends were outside, and he was like, "Hey, how you doing?" And he just started chit chatting for a second, and he's like, So anyway, yeah, well, oh, so you do shows here? Oh, that's cool. And it seemed very comfortable. And he leaned in and he goes, or no, he goes, so do you ever hang out in Palm Springs or you live in Long Beach? I said, well, I'm in Palm Springs for work, but sometimes we stay the night. And then he like leaned in and he goes, well, I'm going to give you my card. And the next time you come here, I want to fuck the shit out of you. And I like looked at
And
him
then he
like,
wants to fuck in the shit.
and yeah, exactly. And I looked like, I remember feeling like so like I felt like my shoulders dropped and I felt defenseless because the aggression in which he said it like he was absolutely serious and he was absolutely excited about doing it, but I could only describe that same sort of aggression in the manner of somebody saying something insulting to me.
Oh,
So
yes,
I almost
I
felt
got
like
you.
I almost felt like he was making fun of me. And then, but he handed me his card and I was like, I just kind of went, yeah, totally. And like, I like walked away thinking, is he going to hit me? Or is he like, why would he spend that time talking to me? Because there's all these really good looking guys. Like, why would he want to talk to me like that? I had nothing like him. So I remember I kept that card for a while. And then like maybe a month later, I called the number. And he answered, and I was like, hey, I told him who I was. And he was like, yeah, you should come to my place in Palm Springs. Like, let's hang out sometime. So I remember going to his house, and it was a beautiful, beautiful, totally mid-century, what you would imagine. He came out really comfortable, was like, hey, oh my God, I'm so glad you're here. And went inside. He's like, can I get you something to drink? And I was like, oh, he's like, I just made some iced tea. And he just like drops his clothes, and he's like, you want to get in the hot tub? And fully like it was a wild like erotic wonderful experience, and he was super cool, and it happened a couple of more times, and then something happened where I just never like it sort of fell to the wayside. But he was like literally, I remember walking around thinking, I'm gonna see if there's a partner here, or like what's happening here, what was there a camera set up? He was totally a single professional man who that was his interest. I was his interest at that time. And I just remember thinking it was the first time that I felt like, for lack of a better term, like it was like an introduction to manhood in a way. Like
Yeah.
it was a thing where I was like, wow, like I never would have thought, but like, and I kept thinking to myself, but when is he going to say something insulting? Like, when is it going to, he doesn't mean this. Like, he's doing this as a joke or as a dare and it wasn't. I don't think it was anyway. I mean, I don't think it would have happened three
I
times.
fucking love that.
That's so horny.
It's weird, I know, but I never really talk
No,
about
it's
that.
horny. It's a good
That's
story.
horny. I like that.
But I just remember thinking, and every time since, and there had been other situations with like, panty sniffers or drag chasers or whatever you want to call them at shows in Palm Springs as well. But this was not. This was totally like, no, I'm not interested in you in drag. I've actually never seen what you look like in drag, but I hear you just said you do drag. That has nothing to do with what I'm talking to you about. I'm talking to you about this.
Oh, that's
What
hot.
was the dick like?
Enormous.
Wow!
Enormous.
Wow!
Like stupid. Like it was.
Stupid.
But I mean, I was a
Stupid.
kid, or I was in my 20s. So
Oh my
Go!
gosh. Go
Oh,
off.
that's amazing. Thank you for that story. All right, it's time to wrap up, Delta.
well, thank you for having
Thank you
me.
so
I want
much
to come
for
back
being
again.
here.
I
Yes,
love
Yeah, you're
please.
welcome. Literally
Anytime.
anytime.
Next time you can give me advice on my drag.
No,
She'll
next time
take
you
it
can give me
then.
advice on my drag.
I
and
have
how-
nothing. I have nothing to say. Your drag is perfect.
No, well, I just get ready and I stand in one spot and hope people give me money.
Honey, but if you
And they
watch
do.
the shoulders and the glances and the
Shut up!
pointing with the nails, it's all
the-
very calculated.
The blow,
You know what
the
I mean?
kiss blow. That's one of my
I
favorite
love the when you give the glance back.
Not the
Mm.
one back. Look back at it.
The look back at it.
Well, thank you so
can
much
hear
for-
Delta every Monday on Very That with Delta and Why are you looking at me? Because I
You just kind of
jumped
stepped
on you?
on me. It's fine. It's
Oh, okay. Oh,
Yeah,
well, let me
bitch.
do my bid, and then you can do your bid.
fine. Okay.
You can hear Delta every Monday on Very That with Delta and Raja, an amazing podcast here on the Mom Network.
My fave.
And if you have Forever Dog Plus, you can hear it on Sundays a day early. No ads. Look at
Yeah,
that.
baby. So thank you so much for listening to Sloppy Seconds. You can follow us on Instagram at SloppyPod. You can send us an email at sloppysecondspod@gmail.com or call in with your fuck talk story to 213-536-9180. Our personal Instagrams are Big Dipper Jelly and Spiciest Meatball or Fat Drag Meatball on Twitter. Don't forget to subscribe so you don't ever miss an episode, which come out every Tuesday and Friday. Ooh,
Goodbye.
I love that.
Delta's coming for my job. Goodbye.
Doodle-a-doo-doo, forever dog.
To listen to Sloppy Seconds ad-free and 1 day early, sign up for Forever Dog Plus at foreverdogpodcast.com/plus.
Sloppy Seconds is produced by Forever Dog and Moguls of Media, aka Mom.
Hosted by Big Dipper and Meatball. Music, editing, and sound design by William Pitt.
Executive produced by Willem Belli, Alaska Thunderfuck, Joe Cilio, Brett Boehm, and Alex Ramsey.
Our artwork was drawn by Christian Cimarroni.
And our theme song was written by Mike Malarkey.